recreation that's affordable, inviting all to come out and play. Welcome to Chicago at Play.
Theater on the Lake is one of the most incredible programs Chicago offers to the community. Every single week, a different show is here, running from Wednesdays until Sundays.
Theater on the Lake, it's this actually pretty beautiful historic building, and it's sort of an indoor-outdoor theater, so you can have the feeling of the lake and you're still actually seeing theater.
I think the best way to describe the experience of coming to Theater on the Lake is to talk about how my parents come. They go and they get snacks. They bring them down to the lake. They sit outside and they eat a picnic. Then they go inside to the theater, which is almost a 300-seat theater, indoors, and they get to see a show every single week for cheaper than the show costs to see during the year.
The new artistic curators have chosen a wide variety of shows for the ultimate theater experience in the city.
The ones that I chose were the ones that I couldn't stop thinking about for weeks and months later, and the ones that I got really excited about, like, people have to see this.
And what's really interesting is one of the many fun facts about the Theater on the Lake building is it used to host USO shows as part of what the building did. So opening night on June 12th, we're going to host a USO dance before the show. So that would be a great night to come down, see some swing dancing, dance to a big band, and then at 7:30 go in and see the Bear Suit of Happiness. And the Bear Suit of Happiness is about this sort of renegade World War II army guy who is a young gay soldier who gets shipped off to a small island in the Pacific, and they ask him to put up a USO show.
I picked a company called MPAACT, which is an African-American theater company, did a play called Blackademics by Idris Goodwin, which was actually incredibly unique. It's about two women who are academics, and they go out for like this really bizarre dining experience.
Lula Del Rey is a show by a company called Manual Cinema, and what they do is basically create a shadow puppet and live actor show for you, and they project these onto screens that will be all over the theater to live music.
The next one I chose was Theater Oobleck. Did a show called There's a Happiness That Morning Is, and it sort of revolves humorously around some William Blake poetry, and it's kind of a romp.
Barrel of Monkeys is a company that teaches creative writing in the Chicago Public Schools and then takes the writing of the students and turns it into a sketch comedy show with music. So their show is this sort of great spectacle.
There's a company called the Den Theater, which is a newer theater company in Wicker Park, and they did a play called The Quality of Life by Jane Anderson. It's about two couples, one's from California, one's from Ohio, they're cousins. They meet up in California and one of them has cancer, and it becomes a conversation about euthanasia and suicide and when and if is it ever okay to take your own life. So Jackalope Theater has done a play called Long Way Go Down, and it's about a father and a son who have smuggled a woman from Mexico into the U.S., and her boyfriend has tried to come up with the money and not succeeded that he owes them for the smuggling. And it's a play sort of about survival and family relationships.
Dean Evans made this show called Honeybuns this year, which I have to say was my favorite show I have seen all year. It was a one-person clown show based on this character called Honeybuns, who bills himself as the greatest mime in the world. And what Dean has done is taken his one-person Honeybun show and then invited all of these physical comedians from all over the city to join him for a special show at Theater on the Lake.
Along with the shows themselves, there are plenty of things to see and explore at this special venue.
One of the most exciting things that we've programmed this year is the Live Lit program, where some of the literary all-stars from Chicago come together to tell stories after the shows on Thursday and Fridays. Every company has been charged with creating experiences either before or after or both of the shows. So when you come into the building, you can experience visual art or music, anything that ties into what's specific about that company or original about that show.
You can purchase tickets for a single show or become a season ticket holder. To find out more about the Theater on the Lake season, visit our website at chicagoparkdistrict.com. The 2013 season is presented by Southwest Airlines.
Every single week offers you some of the best that Chicago has to offer, and you don't have to be a theater person to enjoy this.
I'm planning on being down here all the time just because I think all the work is so fantastic that we've programmed, and all the events that are around it are going to be so exciting. And it's beautiful out here by the lake.